You sat on the velvet chair in front of the grand mirror, dressed like a dream in the Cinderella gown Jungkook had chosen for you months ago. The soft silk cascaded down your body, making you look like you had stepped right out of a fairy tale. Yet inside, your heart was a chaotic mess of nerves and excitement. Your hands fidgeted with the hem of your gown as you stared at your own reflection, hardly able to recognize yourself. Not because of the dress, but because today was the day you would marry John Jungkook, and yet you hadn't seen him in 2 whole months. Not a call, not a message, not even a blurry video call. Nothing. You took a deep breath, trying to calm your racing heart. Why does this feel so strange? You whispered to yourself, glancing at the closed door as if he might suddenly walk in and erase all your worries. Just then, Leah, your best friend, peeked her head in, eyes widening as she saw you. Oh my god, Ryan, you look like a literal princess. She breathed, stepping in and walking around you, taking in every detail of your dress. Jungkook is going to faint when he sees you. Do you think so? You let out a nervous laugh, though your hands were still trembling. You asked quietly, turning your head slightly to meet her gaze through the mirror. I mean, it's been 2 months, Leah. He's changed? What if he doesn't like what he sees? What if we have changed? Leah knelt down beside you, placing her hand gently over yours. Hey, breathe, okay? You guys have loved each other for years. 2 months apart won't erase that. It's just some dumb John family tradition. You are overthinking this. You bit your lip. But it's not just the tradition, Leah. You know how he disappeared. No explanation, no goodbye. I thought maybe he would sneak a call, something to tell me he misses me or he's okay. But there was nothing. What if he regretted all this? Her smile faltered, but she walked over and cupped your cheek. You love him, don't you? You nodded silently. Then that's all that matters. You gave her a watery smile, but your mind was still racing. You looked out the window at the grand wedding setup. White flowers everywhere, guests arriving, music playing softly in the background. But all you could think about was Jungkook. Where was he? Was he as nervous as you? Did he still want this? You were still sitting on the chair in front of the big mirror, holding the beautiful bouquet tightly, your fingers nervously playing with the ribbons tied around it. The Cinderella gown Jungkook had picked for you looked like a dream, but inside you were fighting a storm. Your heart was racing, your palms felt cold, and you couldn't stop biting your lower lip. Leah was sitting on the couch nearby, scrolling through her phone, but keeping an eye on you every now and then. She had been trying to distract you, but nothing was helping. Leah looked at you, let out a sigh, knowing you are still nervous and scared. Leah stood up right away, walking over and kneeling in front of you. She took your cold hands into hers and smiled warmly. Ryan, don't think too much. You know him. Jungkook loves you more than anything. You think 2 months of stupid John family traditions can change that? You let out a shaky sigh, glancing at her with worried eyes. Sorry, I'm just nervous, and in nervousness, I'm overthinking everything. Hey, stop it right now. Leah squeezed your hands tightly. I have seen the way he looks at you, Ryan. You are his entire world. He's probably pacing around in his room just as nervous as you, counting every second until he can see you again. You gave a weak smile. Then why didn't he call me? Just once, Leah. I would have felt so much better hearing his voice. Does that family tradition was that important to him? Leah stood up and brushed her hands on her dress. Ryan, you knew his parents. He's respecting his family's dumb rules. But that doesn't mean he stopped loving you. Ryan, you have been his everything for years. Don't let these thoughts ruin your day. You nodded slowly, but before either of you could say anything else, Leah's phone buzzed on the table, vibrating loudly in the quiet room. She frowned and picked it up, reading the screen with growing worry. Who is it? You asked carefully, already feeling nervous. Leah's eyes met yours, looking serious. It's Jesus' school. Your heart dropped. She talked and cut the call. What they said? They said no one picked him up yet. He's still waiting. Leah explained, glancing back at her phone. Then at you. Your eyes widened in shock. What? But I thought the driver was going to pick him up. I told them. Apparently, the driver never showed up or something went wrong. I don't know. You quickly stood up, panic rising in your chest. Leah, he's just 9 years old. What if he's scared? What if he thinks I abandoned him? Ryan, breathe. Calm down, okay? I'll go pick him up right now. Leah said firmly, already grabbing her purse. But what if you don't make it back in time? The wedding is in 1 hour. Leah, what if something happens to him? You were pacing now, hands shaking. Leah walked over and gently held your shoulder. Hey, listen to me. Nothing is going to happen to Jisoo. He's a strong little boy and I'm going to get him right now. You looked at her with teary eyes. But Leah, I'm scared. I'm scared he will cry and I won't be there. She smiled a little, trying to lighten the mood. Knowing Jisoo, he is probably sitting there with his arms crossed, glaring at anyone who talks to him, acting like a tiny mafia boss, just like his soon-to-be brother-in-law. You gave a soft laugh, though tears were still in your eyes. Yeah, or throwing his backpack at people because he's mad. Exactly, Leah chuckled. I'll go get him and I'll bring him back here before the ceremony starts. You will see, he'll be fine. You took a deep breath, nodding slowly. Okay, but please call me the second you pick him up. I just need to know he's okay. Of course, I'll call you, and if he gives me any attitude, I'll tell him his Nuna said no ice cream for a week if he throws tantrums. She teased, trying to make you smile. You finally gave a small smile. You think that will work on him? Do I ever fail with that kid? She grinned. No, you don't, you admitted, laughing softly. Tell him I'm sorry and I love him, okay? Of course, I'll bring him straight to you, and if anyone tries to stop me, I'll fight them off. She said, playfully, making you laugh again. Please don't start a fight at my wedding, Leah. You joked, wiping a tear away. She smiled. Only for you, Ryan. Now stop worrying. Jungkook's going to be standing at the altar waiting for you. And Jisoo is going to be here, probably running down the aisle to get to you first. You laughed again, feeling a little better. Yeah, that sounds like him. All right, I'm off. Be strong, okay? You have got this. You hugged her tightly. Thank you, Leah, for everything. Always, she whispered, giving a final squeeze before pulling away. And hey, don't cry too much. Your makeup is perfect, and I don't want to redo it when I come back. You giggled. Okay, I'll try not to cry, but hurry back. I will. I'll call you as soon as I have Jisoo. With that, she gave you a wink and hurried out of the room, heels clicking against the marble floor. As the door closed behind her, you sat back down on the chair, letting out a deep sigh. You stared at your reflection in the mirror, at the girl in the beautiful gown about to marry the man she loved, and you whispered softly to yourself, you can do this, Ryan. Just hold on a little longer. And as the soft sound of the wedding music floated in from outside, you closed your eyes for a moment, silently praying for Jisoo to be okay and for Jungkook to be the same man who used to hold you like you were his entire world.